Hey, what's up? This is Mr. J with SciOnTheFly. What do animals, the Amazon, and your classroom have in common? Stay tuned to find out. All right, this episode of SciOnTheFly is a little bit different today. We got our very special guest, Miss Jordan. She's a teacher in my building, and she had an incredible experience that I'd like to share with you guys, or I'd like her to share with you. I got a few questions, Miss Jordan. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome. Awesome. Just get to know you a little bit first. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, which is about an hour from Cincinnati, which is about 3 hours from Terre Haute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so about 3 hours. That's cool. Cool. Yeah. How long have you been teaching?
I started teaching when we moved here in Terre Haute in 2010, so I'm on my fourth year of teaching.
Cool. What do you like about teaching the most?
There's two main things. One, I get to act goofy, and I get to be creative. When I do that, I like to change the minds of students about science. Normally, when they come into science, 7th grade year, they either really hate it or they just struggle with it, so they kind of tune out. So my goal is by the end of the school year to change their mind, and even if they still struggle, at least learn that science can be fun.
That's awesome. Awesome. So much. I think we have a lot in common in that area.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we heard you went on this big Amazon trip. Where did you first hear about this trip first?
I had actually searched for some sort of workshop to go to a long time ago and ran across it, but didn't have the chance to do it. And then last year, the Hasty listserv, they send out emails, and they sent it out just saying, hey, you guys need to check this out. So I checked it out, and that's how I got the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
was it through a particular group, or who was that through Hasty?
It was actually a separate entity called Amazon Workshops. Amazon Workshops, they do this every year. EcoTeach is actually also involved, and they are responsible just for the travel. So they help set everything up, the place where we actually stay, and the people who help us when we get to Peru.
Cool. So you're in Peru, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. When did you go there?
July 1st of last year still this year, through July 10th, I believe. So it was about 2 weeks this past summer.
Awesome. And what kind of things were you doing while you were there?
We did so many different things. We had class every day,
mm-hmm.
and from about 5 in the morning till 10 at night, we were busy doing activities. So whether it was class time with structured activities, or we were out exploring, hiking, going up in the canopy, discovering different bugs just along the way, different animals. It's really a lot to share in a short period of time, but
Sure.
that is a very small
Yeah,
portion.
that is so awesome. What kind of things were you hoping or expecting to take back from the Amazon and incorporate it into your classroom?
I knew that just what I saw and what I learned while I was there about the different types of diversity of plant life and animals, as well as just how it functions as a system. Mm-hmm. I knew I could try and incorporate that into my classroom. But the experience itself with other educators and learning from them, ideas they come up with, what they do in their own classroom, I knew that would be beneficial to bring to my classroom as well.
That is awesome. That is so cool. I know I'm inspired, and I know your students are inspired as well. Would you ever consider going back to the Amazon?
My goal, and I've been working on it this year, sharing my experience with people here in Indiana, here in Terre Haute, and also back in Ohio, because I'm trying to go back and focus on a specific study now when I go.
Okay.
I want to compare Midwest geology and watershed to Peruvian geology and watershed. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you feel like this experience in the Amazon has affected you as a person or you as a teacher?
Definitely both. As a teacher, they focus on this whole trip as being experiential, as learning by doing, being able to be immersed in the learning. I feel like that in itself has affected me as a teacher. I always believe that that's how students learn best, but being in the student's shoes and actually having class and having to learn that way, I kind of saw what they struggle with every day. And so this year I have tried so much harder to do learning by doing and exploring, and I really feel like that has totally transformed me.
Cool.
As far as a teacher, as a person, or just me in my everyday life, it really has motivated me to do more, to travel more, to learn more, so that I can bring it back to the classroom. But it was a very challenging experience.
Cool.
It wasn't easy by far. I'd never been out of the country, never flown on a plane.
Wow.
Had to take 13 hours worth of flights
Wow.
just to get there. And there was one experience in particular. We were in the canopy on suspension bridges, and we were about 150 feet off the ground. And
Oh, wow.
the one bridge we were on was probably, it felt like a mile long. And about midway through, I got really scared. I don't have any issues with heights, but I was very scared of falling, and I had to push through that. And
Wow.
there were some other things going on at that time, but I really felt like, we do that with our students, and I felt like I had to push through to get through that fear and do something that I knew was worthwhile. And so it really kind of helped me face my fears and realize that I can do it.
That is awesome. So what about other people? What about other educators? If they're interested in doing things like this or being involved with with this kind of thing, where could they go and what could they do, and how could they get involved in a project like this?
Well, if they want to specifically go to the Amazon with this specific program, it's called Amazon Workshops, and they have a website, amazonworkshops.com. And they can just get on there, and there's tons of information, how to sign up, how to get scholarships to help with funding, all different types of resources. That would be the first place to go. And there's a wonderful lady that works with the program. Her name's Krista, and she will do anything, bend over backwards. So you can shoot her an email, and you can get her information off that site as well.
Very cool, very cool. And what about you, Ms. Jordan? Is there a site or a blog that you have that maybe people can get connected with you and follow your journey, your story, or more details about your tales?
Yes. I created this summer a blog called Thinking Without Boundaries on WordPress. And it's set up to journal every day of my experience out there. And then I'm looking to start incorporating, what did I do with that in my classroom, and start putting in some information for teachers.
Cool.
How they can take the Amazon back into their classroom and kind of build that into the blog as well.
Very cool. Very cool. We'll have her blog linked to this video, and if you'd like to follow more with Ms. Jordan or learn more about the Amazon trips, feel free to click any of those links below. This is SciOnTheFly, the place where science makes sense.